Okay, aloha. On to the rhizosphere. What is the rhizosphere? It is the layer of the earth that is the layer of soil on top of the consolidated bedrock, right? It is the layer of soil that has roots in it, right? It's the area, generally the top, but the depths will range depending on all kinds of precipitation, ecosystem, etc., right? This is the area that roots are present within the soil horizon, okay? The environment is a lot different in the rhizosphere than in the rest of the soil horizons, okay? What's different about it? It's got a whole lot of, as you can see in this picture here, it's got a whole lot of roots, which are what? A whole lot of organic matter, okay? And roots, as we'll kind of look at a little more, aren't just quirky little cardboardy, innate, inanimate things, right? Roots actually have a variety of exudates, right? Enzymatic exudates that alter the chemistry of its initial small little environment, right? The microenvironment of a root tip, right? As it's growing, is sending out all kinds of little exudates, right, to mineralize nutrients, etc., in the soil, and it's also putting out essentially a mucilaginous gel, okay, such as a mucus, right? That's actually that the little root tips are actually using for lubrication, essentially, to get through and work through the soil. What is a mucus gel in the soil environment? It's like an orange grove or a little wild outcropping of a little lilikoi hotspot, right? It's a really nice place, right? Our soil as a whole, right, is a big mineral, inhospitable, right? Not our rhizosphere, essentially, but a lot of the good things in our soils actually come from the rhizosphere, come down, right? But it's just a mineral lunar landscape with not a lot of biologically friendly things in there necessarily, okay? So having a lot of organic matter with a lot of organic byproducts fosters a lot more organic activity, i.e. microbial activity, right? And so it's for those reasons that the rhizosphere is a microbial hotspot. It's because things like those gels and those enzymes and those exudates, right, of roots, right, carbohydrate, essentially, that provides a lot of food for microorganisms. We saw how small bacteria were on those little individual fungal hyphae, okay? Similar to that, it's like the equivalent of the Titanic, right, being coated in sugar, right? Have people from all over the place coming up and licking on the friggin' boat, right? Exactly. And that's what's happening in the rhizosphere, is areas where roots have a lot more microbial activity than to just adjacent to there. So, rhizosphere is one. Within the rhizosphere, we have a number of hotspots more detailedly. So our detritosphere, right? So above the soil surface, where it's not processed organic matter, it's just dropped unprocessed organic matter, we have a lot of microbial activity. Our biopores are very large too, oftentimes caused by things like burrowing, things such as earthworms, right? Or little offshoots of little mole holes, etc., that allow for little habitat for microorganisms that then will deposit a lot of organic material from living in those habitats that are then more appealing to larger, up the trophic level chain organisms, okay? Our rhizosphere, and then also our aggregate surfaces, okay? Aggregate surfaces, if we remember our pictures of those little clumps of clay aggregates next to those little, those clumps, those particles of sand grains, right? We have porous, water semi-filled little agglomerations, right? Little aggregations, okay? And those porous little aggregates have varying surface properties, right? So they make perfect little habitats for little bacteria to get into, which then do the same thing, provide a bunch of organic residue for larger ones, and there you go. Another reason why good aggregation is an important quality in overall soil health. And we'll just have that be a short little one for the rhizosphere.